That goes way harder than it should. What's going on,
I
everybody?
don't think I was supposed to press that, and I did. Sorry.
You're good. Hello and welcome to Real Talk.
That's what Real Talk.
Movie and Wrestle Real Talk. At least that's what it looks like. Real Talk, our weekly movie news program. I am Chris Anthony Lopez, known for today as Chris HBO Max Lopez. We'll go ahead and talk about that in a little bit. But I'm joined by my main man, my Wrestle Real co-host, which you can catch usually every Friday, maybe every Tuesday going forward, Nick Molbach.
Howdy, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, live episodes. We love that. But we're here to talk about movies today. Excited to be here, as always, to talk some movies with my boy. But that's not the only amazing thing that we have on this channel. Sundays. Sundays are for Real Talk. Sundays are for the boys and girls. Anybody can join us.
Anyone.
But, you know, Tuesdays could be for Wrestle Reel. We'll surprise you maybe. Wednesdays are for Spin from the Reel, unless we have a guest on. Thursdays, though it's been Fridays for the past couple of weeks, are for Really Scared. How could you not go with Really Scared?
Look at them boys. Cute
Look
as
at
hell.
those handsome men right there.
Cute as hell.
I'll call them handsome until they stop calling me handsome. But yeah, no, just amazing things that we have going on this channel, as always. And I'm just so happy to be here talking with you. How are you doing, my man? How's your week?
I'm all right. My week's been busy. If I sound funny, I have my elastics in my mouth, so we're gonna rock with those for my braces. For those who don't know, I have braces. But this week's been weird. It was short, but felt long at the same time. I'm just ready for Christmas, if I'm being honest with you. I'm ready for that break. If I get a break from work, I'm ready for the holiday season. Low key, I'm jonesing to go back to Indiana for a few days. That's gonna be fun. But you know, I'm out here living my best life in Oklahoma, as best of a life as I can live. But like you said, Nick, we have a lot of fun stuff going on the channel. Sundays are for the boys and the ladies and anybody else who would like to join us on a Real Talk.
That's right.
We have so much crazy stuff going on the channel. We just got done with some of the biggest things we've ever put together.
That's true.
The month of November. November was busy as hell for all of us. October was busy as hell for all of us as well. But just check out the weekly programming. Like what Nick said. Got Spin from the Reel every single Wednesday. Last week we had the Barbarian of the Finstock Exchange from the Movie Trivia Schmodown. That was a fun show. Really Scared, usually every Thursday, sometimes Friday. Follow them on Instagram at Really Scared. Really, 2 E's every single time. The Really Trivia Showdown, baby. Every single, I believe, Monday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, we have some big things coming up for that. Some big things coming up for Really Trivia Showdown.
That's for sure.
Nick, start the show. We got to talk about, you know, movie-related things.
Mm-hmm.
We may be Real Talk, but we also love TV over here. We love television. We love TV. Primarily, at least every single week, I come on this show, or I try to come on this show when we're not talking about wrestling, to do our review roundup, baby. The Mandalore review. The Mandalore review right now. Right now, chapter 14. I believe it's called The Tragedy.
The Tragedy. Oh boy, what happened?
So I will not go into spoilies. Spoilies, that's forbidden. Talking about spoilers in the Mandalore review. But what I will say about the Mandalorian is, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Every single show, I come on this show every single week, and I talk about the Mandalorian, and I tell you the person with me on the show. So this time it's Nick Molbach.
That's right.
I will tell anyone, Matt, Connor, Taylor, Toby. I don't give a shit. I tell the viewer that the Mandalorian is one of the best shows on TV right now. That's what I've heard. Good. It's so good. The Tragedy, like I said, I'm not going to go into spoilies, but this was a real action-oriented episode. Similar to the one that we got with that Carl Weathers directed a couple weeks ago, but this time, not going to front, this was the episode I wanted Carl Weathers to do, but I'm damn glad Robert Rodriguez did. So for those who don't know,
Robert Rodriguez.
Exactly. For those who don't know, The Mandalorian switches up directors every so often, really every single week, because they know how to make just that. They have a director's room where they're all collaborating on these shows every week. So last week was Dave Filoni. The week before that was Carl Weathers. I believe the week before that, I forget who did the Bo-Katan episode. But we had Peyton Reed, Jon Favreau, so many other people, or Taika Waititi, Bryce Dallas Howard. There you go. Bryce Dallas Howard. So many other people have been a part of this director's room, and they've made one hell of a cohesive story. This week on the show, it was action-oriented, but progressed the plot like I've been asking for weeks.
There you go. Finally.
I'm saying, because Nick, the one problem this show has is that, yeah, they try to weave their way into doing all the Star Wars-y stuff while trying to be as new to Star Wars fans or new to the general public as possible. So they try not to get too crazy with the Star Wars-y stuff. But the last few weeks, last month really, they've hit you over the head with the Star Wars stuff. They're like, oh, you watch Clone Wars? All right, here. Oh, you watch Rebels? Oh, okay, here. Like they do you all these things. They do all the Star Wars-y stuff, but still make a good show for people who haven't seen the other Star Wars materials. And this week, further, it does more of that. Of like, oh, you like Star Wars, especially the older Star Wars. You're gonna love this shit. You're gonna love it. And guess what? I loved it. Not only did you progress the plot more with the Mandalorian and Grogu,
freaking Grogu.
Yoda. I don't want to hear any more Baby Yoda. I don't.
Oh, there's gonna still be so much Baby Yoda. And I don't. He's gonna be an adult, and he's gonna be called Baby Yoda.
And I don't want to hear it, bro. Like, I really don't want to hear it. His name is Grogu. We know his name now. Ahsoka Tano told us. And Din Djarin's like Grogu, and Grogu's like whatever the hell he's saying. Like that's what his name is. Refer to him as such. Put some respect on that 50-year-old man's name. He's 50. He ain't no baby. But Ludinardo on the Facebook chat, are we going to talk about how they're doing another Star Wars holiday special, but with Lego? I mean, I haven't seen it. I know. Now, hi, Allie, the Sunday boys. Damn right, the Wrestle Real boys. Matt has gotten the chance to see the Lego holiday special, and he'll be on the show in a little bit. Maybe he'll tell us a little bit about how he liked it. But and we're actually doing some stuff with the previous holiday special. We'll talk about that more later. But Mandalorian, action heavy. We got to see the returns of a couple characters from the Star Wars mythos that I will not distinguish to you because you have to watch the episode because it's that damn good. Oh. And honestly, I've said this for the Bo-Katan episode. I said this for the Ahsoka Tano episode. This is one of the better, this is one of the better episodes of the series. It is. Season 2 has just gone up a whole different level. Yeah, you may not like fish ladies. Yeah, you may not like spiders. But this show's quality has skyrocketed from season 1 to season 2. I would even say like the end of season 1 all the way towards episode 6, I believe we're on season 2. Mm-hmm. Or what? Chapter 14 in season 2. But this show, it rules. The Mandalorian rules. Watch it if you like Star Wars. Watch it if you just like Star Wars. You know, like, I like it.
You know it enough, yeah.
Yeah, like you know it enough. Plus, the whole first season is dedicated to like, oh, you like Star Wars? Oh, wait, excuse me. Oh, you don't like Star Wars? Well, good, because you don't have to watch any of the other shit. Just watch this. It goes into it clean. And that's what The Mandalorian did up until a month ago. Yeah. And a month ago, that's when everything changed. But at the same time, you can still watch this show, not watch Clone Wars, not watch the OG trilogy, not watch the prequels, not watch Rebels, not watch any of the other stuff. Just watch Mando. Mm-hmm. And you'll still like the show. Will you have questions? 1,000%.
Always.
But
if we're not learning, hey, if we're not asking questions, then what's so good about it? Because that, you know, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I dropped off after episode 3. Maybe I'll get into it at some point. Maybe. I know, I'm bad. That said, you know, what is a good TV show without, like, you know, that gives you your talking points. If there's always questions to be asked, then you're always going to be talking about it, which is what people want for shows like that. So I completely understand what you're saying. You know, I stopped watching my American Dad watch through, and now I'm currently watching a bunch of Pokemon card battles. So please, just my range of what I've been watching lately is not Star Wars: The Mandalorian, but I get filled in on what's going on without spoilers. to get me interested in watching the show every single week with Matt's reviews and with your reviews. So always be on the lookout for those on the channel.
The Mandalore review every single week is something I look forward to. This is probably my longest one. Because we are opening the show with it, and it's just the two of us at the moment. But what I will say about The Mandalorian is, yes, this show is getting incredibly niche now. It's because I've said this on the Mandalorian reviews on the channel. I've said this on social media.
Mm-hmm.
What this show is becoming is the Ultimo Star Wars show. Like we're getting into like but you should watch the other Star Wars stuff so you can have a full understanding of the weight of these episodes and the weight of these characters. Like last week, I can say this in confidence because Twitter went nuts about it. Last week had Ahsoka Tano in it, who for fans of the Star Wars animated materials, you probably love Ahsoka Tano, and then she popped up in live action for the first time. Now this week, I'm not going to say who's in this episode this week, but holy hell, if you're a Star Wars fan, you probably audibly, you yelled, you screamed, you screeched, like just like how I did when I watched this episode for multiple different reasons. So now we're getting into the real plot of The Mandalorian. We're getting right back into it. Thank God, but I swear to God, next week, if Din Djarin does another favor for somebody, I'm going to be pissed. Like,
it does feel like that's where like everything keeps going is over and over and over again. We just keep getting like him doing
do other things first, which I get it. Good, like we meet some great characters. Like next week, we're gonna see some returning characters from the Mandalorian series. That's gonna be awesome. But I'm tired of seeing Mando do favors for people. Like we need to advance the plot. And as much fun as his side adventures are, let's cool it a little bit. We've done enough of those. We've done enough. But I mean, the show rocks. It's my favorite show on TV right now. It's the only show that I will go out of my way to watch every single week. Every Friday, I'm watching Mando. Whether it's I wait up in the morning to see it, whether I watch it during my lunch break, or I watch it when I get home from work. I'm down for more Mando. Give me more Mando. This show's the shit. It rules.
It rules.
You should get back into it, Nick. You really should.
I should. I understand. And I agree. Cheddar Goblin. We would love to hit 50 followers on Twitch this episode. So if you're watching it right now, you want to help us out. Every single follow helps the channel. So also, someone on this channel is going to get some free Who Are They Real Entertainment merch. You could get yourself an Underdog t-shirt. You get yourself a Personality t-shirt. You could even get yourself a Master t-shirt if you really want it. Anybody over. Oh, hey. I kid. That said, but there's, you could get yourself a Rager. Ugh. Who would want that? Boo. Boo. You could even get yourself a Rager, game night, all kinds of stuff we have available on our Teespring. So if you want to check us out there, that would be great. But if you want to win something for free, not even have to spend the money on it, get your loved one a Underdog t-shirt this Christmas. All you have to do is follow us on Twitch. It's just that simple.
We're trying to hit 50.
Just that simple. We're trying to hit 50 followers. It's a big milestone for us. It's a big thing. It helps us out tremendously. So like I said, all you have to do is just hit that follow button.
Can we say the other big thing that happened to us today? Can we say that?
I don't know.
Do we have permission to say that?
I've been in and out of our. So here's the thing, people. While we're waiting for some other things to happen, I'll tell a little story about our Who Are They Real Entertainment group chat that I have. So, I tend to not necessarily be on my phone all the time, a crazy amount. Sometimes when I'm at work, I just come back to see about 50 or 60 messages on my group chat. And I'm like, holy crap, where did this all come from? So I get lost in the in translation. I had a very late night last night working on some stuff. So
who's this? Who are they? That's what I want to know. But just to give context to what Nick is saying, right? So today, just today, the group chat full of all the regular faces you see on the Who Are They shows. The conversation went from Jack Frost, the Christmas themed horror film. It's not even Christmas. It's like a winter themed horror movie. The movie trivia Schmodown. That was something that was a conversation bit. The Mandalorian, especially the Mandalorian, because our boy Connie Mando, he's watching that show for the 5th time,
and he's actually
liking it.
Yeah. No. Let's go to his tweet. He didn't say like it. He's loving it.
He says the show rules, so he's taking. So when I tell you it rules, okay, Chris said it rules. But when
Connor
Mando
was the biggest skeptic for the last 6 months.
He hasn't bought the hype for Mando, but to officially end the Mandalore review, if Connie Breedlove, Connie Mando said to you that Mandalorian rules, you should believe it. And I will double down on his statement. But as you see on the bottom of the screen, we have a big announcement. And I feel like it's inappropriate if I say it. You guys, as the co-founders, you guys co-founded the channel. Without the both of y'all, I'm not here. HBO Max, Cindy Lopez. I feel like the both of y'all should take the reins. Because this is a pretty big deal for us.
I'm going to let Matt take the reins on this.
So as of last night, thanks to our boy over at the Ultimate Schmodown Show podcast, we hit 100 followers on YouTube.
Oh, right. Yes.
We got 100 subs.
100 subscribers.
100 subs.
A big milestone for us on the YouTube channel. That was it. I some show camaraderie before would remind me of what I was supposed to be thinking, because I have so many things on my mind as to what that could have been announced for. I'm like going, hey, is it this? Is it that? All right, 100
we're announcing
subscribers.
Really Childish on Mondays.
All right.
Well, no, we hit 100 subs.
100 subscribers. What a big deal. Thank you so much, everybody. I can't speak for everybody here, but I know that I pretty much am when I say, this channel has grown. I remember going on my Facebook, and I never go on my Facebook, let alone anything else, and seeing that we had started this channel over a year ago. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Or 2 years, yeah. And to see where the channel has gone from then to now.
Even just from March till now, because we were at just barely over 100 followers on Facebook. Now we're over 200, no issue. We only had 6 followers on YouTube, and we've back in March, and we've grown it to 100 now. So it's just,
and to some that may not sound like a lot, right? You went from 6 to 100, yeah, but you guys do shows every week. Yeah, we work our tails off to do these shows every week, and a lot of us, we all have day jobs, and we all do a variety of different projects outside of Who Are They, but we work our tails off every single week, and like what Matt said, since March, and it's crazy that it took a pandemic to get all of us crazy kids together, but this has been one of the brighter spots, and I know probably towards the end of the year we'll look back at the year that was for all of us at Who Are They. But just to give a little bit of insight, like Matt yesterday, I went back and I watched the first 2 minutes of the first spin from the reel that we did in April. And oh my God, I hated it. But it was so much fun in hindsight, and I had a blast. And I was sitting right here watching it on my TV, and I was just like, no. But we've grown so much since then. The quality of all of our shows have exponentially grown. And we are so grateful here on this Real Talk to tell all of you that we hit 100 subs. And Connie Subscribe couldn't be here. Taylor Cleek couldn't be here.
The Clean Cleek.
The master of the Clean Cleek. I know we'd be hitting 2.5 hours if my man was here. Toby Barkwell couldn't be here, but we're all here. The three of us got together for this Real Talk to celebrate not only 100 subs, but hopefully we can get to 50 followers on Twitch before the end of the show. That would rule. That really would just cap off this night. And I mean, holy hell, what a year. What a damn year. on Who Are They, because the world's on fire still. But all of it on the YouTubes and on Twitch and on our social medias, we've been having a kick-ass year. So thank you to everyone that subbed, followed, shared our stuff. Thank you. It means a lot, truly.
It really does. I mean, and as a person who has like tried their hardest to have success on YouTube, on my old YouTube channel, there's a lot of Matt knows there's a lot of crappy videos that aren't on there anymore. But you know, I tried to change my own content to, you know, just releasing shorts and all that kind of stuff. So it's not consistent. To be able to do something on a consistent basis with everybody here and adding people like Connor and Taylor and Toby and Mr. Chris Anthony Lopez. So it's not just Matt and I riffing off each other, although those are the fun shows. We always look back on it and say, but yeah, just really, really, really grateful and thankful. And yes, 2020 is the year of the what. That's right.
Damn right. Yeah, it really was. And in hindsight, like, it's crazy how fast this year's gone by. Like, like again, I was going back and going through all the spin from the rails that Matt and I have done, and you can see like the first few shows, my setting changed every single week, and I look different every single show. Like it was a trip, and just to think like we started doing that show in April.
That's right.
And then we just had like we've made so many buddies in that community doing that show.
Friends
expanding our network on this channel, because without this channel, that show doesn't exist,
right?
And we don't get to do any of that crazy stuff. And so before we start talking about movies, because that's what everyone's here for.
That's right.
Thank you, Nick and Matt, for starting Who Are They Real Entertainment. Like, yeah, I guess I've been here.
This was all. Hey. This was Matt Thomas. This was Matt Thomas. This show would not exist without Matt. I give him all the credit in the world for it.
He's one of them. I ain't even gonna lie.
Lou, we need to cool it. I appreciate it though. Thank you. But no, this is as much as Nick wants to push it on Matt, and Matt does work his ass off for this channel, 1,000%. Like without those two guys, like we ain't here. So again, thank you so much to both of y'all, you two, and to everyone that subscribed and who's watches every week, follows, everyone that's watching right now. Means the world.
It does. It really does. I mean, there is no denying that it means the entire world.
It's been a ride for sure. I don't intend on having it end anytime soon.
That's right.
But it's nice. It especially when Nick and I went back and forth over a year trying to decide how are we going to do this. Let's try this. Let's do this, and then the pandemic let us find something that stuck, and that's right. That's what the most important thing is. We found something that stuck. So, but we do have a couple more things show-wise to cover, and let me just pull them up real quick. We do have a schedule change on behalf of our boys over at Really Scared. So, like Chris Jack Frost, we talked about earlier, that watch along has now been moved to December 12th. And other than that, for the time being, there has been no other changes to the Really Scared Happy Real Day schedule.
That's right.
Now, Lou brought up something interesting in the comments. Aren't we going to talk about how they're doing another Star Wars holiday special? Which I watched it. I actually covered it for the popcorn or the pop culture universe.
Popcorn, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's
popcorn.
I know. The pop culture universe YouTube. I did a review with our boys, Colin and Boggs. So that was that. My reviews for it is over there. I was pleasantly surprised. And Lou's like, yeah, I hope it's just like the first one. Well, speaking of the first one, we're doing a watch along of that Saturday, December 19th at 8:30 p.m. right here. We got me, we got Chris, we got Toby. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some other people involved.
I hope so.
Maybe Nick. But yeah, we are doing the Star Wars holiday special, and look at this. I just got a text message that said we're gonna get George Thomas on.
Shut up.
Hell yeah! Oh my gosh!
He's gonna love reliving that from his childhood.
Hell yeah! Oh,
There's no way that's true.
I was not excited to do this watch along. I'm not even gonna lie. I said yes just because, but now I'm amped. Now I'm jazzed. I'm so jazzed.
Not Jack Frost, the Michael Keaton flick.
No, I like that movie. I'm sorry, I like that one.
Do not speak of that fucking abomination.
George, watch Star Wars with us. Come on, it'd be fun. I'd never seen it before.
You know that he wants to. He wants to.
I know you want to, George. I know you want to.
If I keep this up, I'm never going to be invited back into his home, so I should probably stop.
Yo, George, let's talk about Animaniacs after that. Like, we can talk about the new Animaniacs, and then we'll go from there. So, how about that? Keep that in mind, George.
Lou's cheering him on.
See, there you go. Come on, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. On the 19th.
On the 19th at 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
So yeah,
it's
gonna be a fun time.
I figure so. The thinking behind it was, normally there's a Star Wars movie coming out that weekend, and we don't have one. So let's do our own little celebration. And hey, we're doing Real-A-Days, right? That just makes so much sense.
Barf.
It's gonna be so bad. I can't wait. 12 years old, prime age for holiday special.
I hate revisit. I hate whenever we have to revisit that movie. So much.
I didn't know it was a full-on feature.
Somebody's got plans.
He's lying.
So
He's lying.
We got the same plans. 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the TV channel. We're watching the Star Wars holiday special. It's gonna be plastic candy.
There we go. There we go.
It's gonna be a good time.
Lou says George and I are hanging out.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out here on Who Are They Real Entertainment, the YouTube channel, 8:30 Eastern, 19th of December. Watching Star Wars holiday special. Life Day, baby.
Life Day. Life Day.
Damn right.
Poor George.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the news before we do our little game night, because we are going to do a game night. We love doing those game nights. And there's not there's not a lot of news this week, but first, we're getting a Plastic Man movie. And funny enough, it's not going to be involving Plastic Man. It is going to be a female-centric Plastic Man movie. They're gender swapping the character, and we're going to see what happens. Chris, we're going to start with you because I can already see you have thoughts.
He's so sad.
Look, okay. I'm not upset at the thought of a female-led Plastic Man movie. Yeah, and you can pop up on the screen when we do the Star Wars holiday special. George,
I don't got a lot of room in my room, surprisingly. I need to clean it then. Okay.
So, a female-led plastic woman movie? Okay, that's not my problem. I don't like this idea because there are other DC female characters you could make movies out of.
Yeah.
So many. Like, it's not just the Wonder Woman. Like, I swear to God, why do we have to gender flip or like gender swap these characters when there are other DC female heroes and villains that exist that also can use a movie treatment? Now, let's boil this down. Plastic Man, does he suit a feature film? No, he doesn't. No. For those who watch CW stuff, there aren't too many of us left. But The Flash is currently, or they were gonna do. They were doing Elongated Man. We'll see how that pans out. But Elongated Man was done perfectly on television. Because that's where...
until somebody dug up Harley Sawyer's tweets.
Yeah, because, just don't tweet stupid shit. Sorry. But, look, you keep it to television. The characters like Plastic Man thrive on television. In animation, dare I say it. In animation. But if you're going to do I'm assuming this is live action.
Yep.
If you're going to do a live action Plastic Man on film, I guess. Like, oh, God, I still don't like it. But why gender swap it? There are other characters. You can do the elongated woman. She exists in DC lore. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not an exec at Warner Brothers. Am I going to see this because I'm a sheep? Yes, I'm going to see this. if it does pan out. But come on. I want to see Jessica Cruz in live action first. Like, I do a Green Lantern and have Jessica Cruz be your lead. That's how you do it. Yes, tweets are forever. 1,000%. Watch your tweets. Don't tweet stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Screw this movie. I hate it.
Nick, your thoughts?
I mean, listen, I'm kind of, surprisingly enough, I agree with Chris Anthony Lopez. It's really not that they're, I mean, my thing is just like, if they call it Plastic Woman, is that going to draw the audience in that they need? Does that make any sense? Because it's just like, we know a lot of people don't know who Plastic Man is, let alone Plastic Woman. Yeah. I mean, are they doing this because eventually we're going to be getting a Fantastic Four movie and Mr. Fantastic's going to be out there stretching everywhere? This one does not get the Lou lock, by the way. I don't know. I definitely do not care about this film. And I love Plastic Man. But at the same time, I agree with Chris where it's like, Wonder Woman's not your only woman character. Give me a Zatanna movie. Zatanna would be freaking sweet.
Mm-hmm. Zatanna. I mean, maybe Black Adam whenever that movie happens. Since we're getting to Hawkman, maybe that leads to Hawkgirl.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever as to why this movie is happening.
Starfire on Titans. Chris, I don't know if you saw her season 3 costume, but oh my god,
and it's awesome. They got the HBO money, baby. So
yes, sir.
It's just like I agree with Chris. There's so many other characters that we could possibly be getting with this. I mean, there's so many other DC. Just gosh, a Plastic Man movie has been in talks before. Yep. Like it was a very, very, very long time ago. I think Paul Rudd was going to play him. Right? Yeah, I think Paul Rudd was up for the role. Which, by the way, that would be perfect. That's great casting right there. I don't know. This is going to eventually fizzle out or be released on HBO Max. And nobody's going to care about it. And at the end of the day, this movie is possibly going to happen. And yeah, I'm not a fan. As if I haven't said it enough, I'm not a fan.
See, it's. Was I excited to hear a Plastic Man movie? Yes, because I like the more obscure characters. I like more obscure stories.
Yes.
Because you get more original with them. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to watch this or I'm not going to get excited for it. But this is kind of like the Ant-Man situation all over again.
Also starring Paul Rudd.
Yeah. Where people freaked out that we got Scott Lang instead of Hank Pym right away. Sure. I mean, is like you said, Chris. There's an elongated woman. I would have rather had an elongated woman movie. Like, there's no reason to when you have a character with the exact same powers to try to do something like this.
The frustrating thing is that, like, okay, say you want to get obscure. Okay, that's fine. Getting weird with superhero choices, getting away from the norm. Because, yes, a lot of these superhero movies and superhero TV shows are in the same, like, they're on the same wavelength. They do the same things. They put the blue beam in the sky, and, like, that's your third act, right? All right, fine. But there's a way to, like, if their motive with this movie is to, let's make a comedy with a obscure DC character, but gender swap it. Like, okay, I just bit my tongue. You do Plastic Man or Plastic Woman in this case. Like, okay, like, yeah, you could have done the elongated woman, but you want to keep the aura of Plastic Man. Fine. If that's your way of walking to it, okay. Because we all, like, for those who are familiar with Plastic Man, he's a goofy character. He's awfully goofy. And, like this man will use his powers to bend himself into an airplane, a little baby airplane, and he'll fly around. That's his gimmick. But if you just want to make a female-led superhero movie, if that's your main objective, use a proper female character instead of saying, let's do Dr. Fate, but make the character a woman. No. I mean,
well,
yes,
Dr. Fate is a woman
has
now.
Been a woman before. Dr. Fate has been a woman before, but primarily, Dr. Fate is a man.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a female character to the core, then do a Zatanna. Do an elongated woman. Do a Starfighter.
Yes.
I will get, if I gotta get on my soapbox and pitch and cry for more Jessica Cruz. I want Jessica Cruz really bad.
You're more likely to get that in the Green Lantern TV show than you are a film.
Okay, then great. But I'm just saying that there are other characters that you can use in DC lore. Like you mentioned Hawk Girl. Is she the most recognizable on the planet? No, but neither is Plastic Man.
Right.
Shit. I guarantee people know more Hawk Girl than Plastic Man due to either DC's Legends of Tomorrow or the OG Justice League series. So
or Super Friends. Sorry.
Or Super Friends.
That's my show.
Either way, if you want to have a female-led superhero movie, get a female character who's been a female throughout her whole run.
Right.
I don't like these cop-outs. Like,
correct.
Oh, like we'll do a Plastic Man, but we'll make the character a woman. So like, no, just do a female character. Where's the harm in that? But
there isn't
at the
any.
same time, I'm just a guy that does a podcast about these people. Like they are gonna make the movie. I'm gonna see it, and I'll cry about it later.
And they're gonna make money off of it.
Yep.
And blah 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 blah. And it's gonna go to HBO Max, or it's never gonna get made. And I'm sorry to be that guy, but that's just my opinion. This movie is probably never gonna get made. They announced it. There's 100. I'm with Taylor. Taylor always talks about how there's like 100 DC movies out there that will never, ever, ever in a million years get made. And I'm just completely with him on that standpoint of everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that this movie is going to get made, personally. I mean, I could hear about it right now. I said, like, if DC or if Marvel was going to be like, I'm making a Plastic Man movie and it's going to come out in theaters and blah, 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 I'll be like, yeah, Marvel will make it. Marvel will make a Plastic Man movie probably better than, I don't know, DC will. But, I mean, here's the thing, though. In my opinion, is they could nail Plastic Man, even if it's a man or a woman, and make it DC's Deadpool. Because he's just that type of a superhero. Will they go that route and will they nail it? Probably not. It's DC. But that's my standpoint on it all.
Yeah, I said my piece. I'm just ready to move on from it, honestly. Moving on, Chris, I know you're going to like this piece. Oscar Isaac has been cast to play Snake in a Metal Gear Solid film.
So you're telling me we're currently living in the timeline where not only will Oscar Isaac, well, at least from what we know, Oscar Isaac is going to play Moon Knight for Disney. He's going to play Snake from Metal Gear Solid in a movie this time. If you would have told me after The Rise of Skywalker came out, that like, yo, Oscar Isaac, he's going to go do more franchises because he has such a great time doing Star Wars, he's going to do more. It's like, no, he's probably not. He's going to stick to those Inside Llewyn Davis types, those Ex Machina types.
As he should. Sorry.
Because he's really good in those. But like I guarantee he will do more of those. But he's not going to do franchises. He's done with franchises. When I saw the news that he was going to play Snake in a Metal Gear Solid movie, I learned two things. A, Metal Gear Solid is a video game that can work as a film adaptation.
Yes, it is.
And having Oscar Isaac as your lead, it's a great way to start that push towards not only good video game adaptations, but being faithful to the source material. Because we can get video game adaptations all the time. Mm-hmm. We're about to get Mortal Kombat, right? but it's all about your faithfulness to the source material. That's the issue with a lot of these movies, whether it's too much or not enough.
Exactly, and that he hits on my point. Every actor is a paycheck type. Money talks. Bullshit.
Money does talk, and I guarantee they're paying the hell out of him. But another thing I learned is that no one on this earth knows what Metal Gear Solid is. Everyone was Everyone was on social media, and they were posting pictures of like, oh yo, and it's these bigger pundits, right? Like Variety, I think Fandom did this. Like, oh yo, Oscar Isaac's gonna play Snake in Metal Gear Solid, and they posted a completely different character from the game series. And I'm like, okay, look, like trust me, I haven't played Metal Gear Solid either. So I'm the last person to talk about the game franchise, but I'm glad I knew that the minority are the people that actually played the games, and all of us in the general public were like, "Yo, like that looks cool," with Oscar Isaac in it. Oscar Isaac's about to. Oh God, he's the one that's gonna really break out post Star Wars out of the cast that was introduced to the mainstream. Out of the Oscar Isaacs, Daisy Ridley's, John Boyega's, all of them.
He was already a star before it, though, in my opinion.
He was a rising star. He wasn't a star yet.
A household name. Like
Star Wars is what got him to be a household name.
Okay.
So when Oscar Isaac does Dune in October, which we'll get to in a little bit, you can catch on HBO Max. But when you're going to see him in that. You're going to see him potentially as Moon Knight. You're going to see him as Snake in Metal Gear Solid. My man's really about to break into superstardom. Like, I'm talking like A-list, because he's good, a damn good actor. Damn good.
Yeah.
And you're putting him on these bigger franchises as your lead. Shit. Like, I'm seeing anything Oscar Isaac's in. Anything. It could be my biopic. I'd still see it, even though it'd be crazy as hell. This news rules. It rules, genuinely.
I mean, I've never played Metal Gear Solid. I don't know much about the character, but Oscar Isaac's playing him, so sign me the hell up. I mean, Oscar, there is a list of about like 10 working actors today who, if they're starring in it, I'll go see it almost no matter what. Yep. On that list is John Boyega, Lakeith Stanfield, Oscar Isaac, and a few other names, just to name a few. Chadwick Boseman is honorarily on that list because he should be acting. Rest in peace. But yeah, he is just. I trust him in anything. If he signed on to do something, I'm going to watch it because that means he sees something in it. So,
Nick, have you played Metal Gear?
I have not, but this does. Well, no, actually, I did have one of the games on PS2, I think. But my only familiarity for the character of Solid Snake is what they're setting up for right now, and that is the Super Smash Brothers movie. Matt was waiting for that. The Super Smash Brothers movie that I cannot wait for. You got friggin' Snake, you got Sonic, Pikachu exists now in the universe. Oh my gosh, we are so excited for this movie to exist. Is it not that? Probably not. I don't know. But I'm with Matt, where I'm just kind of like, I get it. I'm more than happy to see anything that Oscar.
Did we lose Nick? Did Nick go in the upside down?
Wow.
Nick's turning the upside down, apparently.
Yeah, Nick, if you can still hear us, you're not with us. But no, like I guarantee he was going to say this, but I also echo both of you guys' sentiments that Oscar Isaac's turning into not only a household name, but he's becoming one of those sought-after actors. Mm-hmm. And
Lou, I know plenty of people who have played it. You're not the only one. Here, Taylor played it. Metal Gear Solid is wild. Going to be super hard to pull off, but I trust the director. Yeah, and we haven't even talked about who the director is, and that's the director of Kong Skull Island, Justin Voight Roberts. Yeah. I had to pull it from my movie trivia brain.
Yeah, Justin Voight Roberts. I think the only thing I've seen of his is Skull Island, but that, again, another movie that gets a lot of shit that I thoroughly enjoy. But I want someone to enlighten me on Metal Gear and on Justin Voight Roberts' work and why this works so well. So maybe Taylor can do that post show. But this movie's gonna rock. it's gonna rule, and I can't wait. Yes, please give me some more. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm getting the message.
Is it from Nick in the Upside Down? Is it in Morse code?
No, it's not Nick from the Upside Down. It's someone else who's like, I got to talk about this. Hold on, send me the link.
Do we have a guest?
Possibly. I just got to shoot him the link on Facebook.
Is it someone who's been in our Facebook chat?
Someone who's been involved with the show before.
Oh, so it's not who I thought it was. Okay. But no, all right. This Oscar Isaac news, it didn't break the internet like it probably should have, but it's just adding on to an already... 2021 is going to be one hell of a year for Oscar Isaac, or 2022, depending on when these projects come out. He's going to have one hell of a post-Star Wars run. And like I would have thought that Daisy Ridley would be the takeaway from the sequel trilogy, but I guess not.
I thought by Boyega, and Boyega's still doing a pretty bang up job of it. Daisy's just having issues finding roles, and I hate that. So
like why? I don't understand, and I will never understand it. Like Chaos Walking, yeah, she shot that years ago while she was doing Star Wars, but it's like yo. Like, besides Murder on the Orient Express, what has she done? Like what else besides?
She voiced a.
Oh, great voice roles.
We got Nick back. It looks like I think, but she was in one of the.
Hi, Nick.
Hi. So my power just went out, like flashed out twice. So
your house.
I really hope that doesn't happen again. Because,
like, I got a couch for you.
It was. I know. It was. Well, that was weird. Okay, hi. What were we talking about?
Finish your thoughts on Snake. You didn't get to finish.
Oh yeah, Super Smash Brothers Universe. No, I'm sure that this movie will be fine. I mean, I know that I got the one of the last comments that I had read was that Metal Gear Solid has a Lou Lock.
What's that? What's a Lou Lock?
Remember when we were talking about the DC convention thing, and then Lou said that Batman has a Lou Lock.
Yeah, that's when
the Lou Lock, and he's gone as far as to actually creating a thing for that. But
is it the Chris Anthony Lopez seal of approval? Are they
whoa! Pause.
Oh,
we do have a guest joining us who says he needs to talk about this. So welcome in the Lou Lock himself.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yo, Lou.
All right, Lou, guys. Hello. Listen, I got to talk about this because I am like the only guy out of these guys that has actually played Metal Gear, all of them. And I watched the movie of Metal Gear Solid 4. Sorry, I was running around my house for a second. Give me a moment. All right. So Oscar Isaac, I think that he's going to do a fantastic job as Solid Snake. If they add in David Hayter, the original voice of Solid Snake, as Big Boss, because he was also the voice of Big Boss. Like, you got to bring in the video game people to get your fans, even if they're like the smaller group, and like bring them in. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're doing a bigger name actor as your lead, you should be doing the like Big Boss is this guy that we know, because he looks exactly like Solid Snake, but like of course they're not going to choose him. He'll be a great Big Boss. But that's just me. But the director loves Metal Gear. He's in love with the whole entire series. I think this is going to be a great movie, and I'm busting it out. It's my first Lou Lock
since Batman.
Oh, he has the Lou Lock. All right, yes, he has it. I forgot about that.
He has the Lou Lock.
Oh wow.
What's the Lou Lock for exactly? Is it the Metal Gear movie or Oscar Isaac in Metal Gear?
I think it's both.
I'm saying the movie itself. See the key? It says this movie. So this movie got the Lou Lock. I'm gonna see it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it. If not, I'll be like, okay, it could have been better. I think that there will be a sequel at least. I'm really digging it. I'm really excited for it.
All right. Well, Lou, thank you for coming on and sharing your thoughts. I know you were like, I have to. So, hey, we got you on.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Thank you, Lou.
All right, bye, guys.
Thanks, Lou. That was our first call-in of the show. I feel like that's what we could represent that as. That was like somebody calling into the show to talk about something with us.
Yo,
and I love that.
Really was.
That was awesome.
The Lou lock.
George did it once.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes.
George has done it once. Yeah, the Lou lock.
We needed to play the Wrestle Reel Nick Wyatt video.
Yeah, so we can get flagged almost immediately.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Wait, y'all get flagged for that?
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. We've only used it once during the show, and that's the show that got flagged. But I mean, it's still a fun bit, and I'm willing to sacrifice the YouTube spot, the Facebook spot, wherever it was flagged at, for Nick Wyatt. But I do love the Lou lock. It reminds me a lot of the Chris Anthony Lopez seal of approval, but that one actually had a logo.
Yeah,
like that was awesome. That was really cool. Oh God, I had a feeling it was Lou. I had a feeling. But what's next on the docket? My man just said it all I needed to be said.
Yeah, I mean, next up on this docket is we have Willow, the sequel television series news. We have 3 castings. We have Ellie Blommer, Aaron Kellerman, and the last girl's name is escaping me. Let me look this up. 2 casting.
Quality dead air.
Right, I thought y'all were going to say something. I thought you guys were going to say something. So hey.
Well, I thought, okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get crucified for saying this or not.
You don't care about this either?
I haven't seen Willow.
Ellie Blom, Ellie Bamber, Kaylee Spaney. That's who I was forgetting. And Aaron Kellerman. Nick, Chris, it's on Disney Plus. What are you doing?
A lot of things are that I have not watched, and this is going to Disney Plus too.
Yes, it is. It's Disney Plus original.
Disney Plus 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the sequel streaming service. No, but I'm speechless. I don't know what I could say about Willow. Besides the fact that I don't know if Ron Howard's going to come back, and
he's coming back as producer. John Chu is coming on to direct the first episode.
I mean, awesome. It's more Willow, and I didn't know who was asking for it.
Me.
I wonder how many people are in that group chat talking about Willow. But I've never seen it. Maybe it's something I can add to my list of things to watch. But the fact that they casted these 3 young actresses, I'm only familiar with one of them.
From Star Wars, right?
You're familiar with 2 actually. You saw the film Pacific Rim Uprising, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Never mind.
No.
Never mind.
No. I dodged that.
I didn't get a chance to dodge it. My godson wanted to watch it. So,
Park pass. Once I saw that Guillermo wasn't directing, I'm like, I'm out.
See, the trailers were fun. Spooky Ghost, welcome back. Oh yeah, yeah. He got you beat there, Chris. Adam Driver.
I totally spaced on Adam Driver. You are 1,000% correct. I stand corrected. 1,000%. El Spooky Ghost. I stand corrected.
But yeah, so I mean, hey, I'm excited. This is someone who watched Willow all the time as a kid and watched it, I want to say 2 to 3 months ago, and studying for trivia. It's just, I love that movie. You can't change my mind. Warwick Davis is a charm in it. Excuse me.
Warwick Davis is great.
So good he's yawning. So good.
We do love Warwick Davis.
If you if you want to see Warwick Davis' best performance ever, Willow. He is. You get to have him showcased as the lead, and there's not many roles for people like him, and George Lucas came up with this story for Warwick Davis because he liked him so much. So, hey, think about this. There's this small little boy who just had such an impact on you. I'm gonna write a story that he can be the lead in.
Yeah.
George Lucas is a great man. Granted, he didn't direct it. I think the film probably would have been better if he or Spielberg directed it. It's one of the few Val Kilmer performances I like.
Oh.
And Val Kilmer is Mad Mardigan. Oh, love it. But yeah, Willow, great film. Chris, put that on your docket to watch this week. I'm dead serious.
Watch list right now. I will watch this. It's not that I've been dodging it.
I know, it's just one of those ones that slip. I get it. But yeah, Willow is definitely one you always got to check out. Great watch. Nick, your thoughts?
I mean, listen, I'm excited for anything. I know that eventually I'll probably end up seeing this film. So chances are great I'm going to know everything about
it's a series, Nick.
Well, I'm saying
or Willow.
Actually watching Willow.
Willow?
Is Willow the one with is that the one with David Bowie in it?
No, that's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Then I have nothing to say about this at all, and I'm very sorry that I just said that.
Willow.
Allow me to watch Willow, and eventually, yes, I will.
The man who introduces me to Willow. Meh.
I mean, listen, what Matt, as the Willow expert here, can you explain to me what Willow is about, other than a movie that has Warwick Davis in it?
No spoilers, please.
Willow is about this. There's this town of little people. I forget if they're just dwarves or something off the top of my head. But there's a prophecy about this child who will one day become queen, and the evil queen is trying to kill her. At this point, this child is a baby. And Willow, our lead, happens upon her and basically has to go on this journey to bring her to where she'll be safe. And it's just a fun little journey. I love it.
I'm gonna guess that this is them, this is them as adults or something like that now, or something.
Ellie Bamber will take the lead as Dove, a humble kitchen maid who proves herself on a quest, much like Willow himself did 3 decades ago.
So this is in real time a sequel series to Willow.
Yes.
This much time has gone by since the original. Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kaylee Spaney will play Kit, a princess whose twin brother's abduction sparks the central quest of the series.
Okay.
And Erin Kellyman will play Jade, a servant who's Kit's best friend and perhaps the greatest warrior in the Willowverse. It makes sense.
Leads.
Yeah, they're the leads outside of Warwick Davis. The movie isn't called Willow for this child. It's about Willow wants to be a wizard. He wants to be the next great wizard.
Willow is Warwick Davis.
Yes, Willow is Warwick Davis. So this sequel series, it's basically he gets to go on another adventure, is my guess. It's not. Am I personally hoping we get to see Val Kilmer again? Yes, because I love his character. But
wow.
Really, I don't know.
Matthew, this gets the Matthew Thomas Val Kilmer seal of approval, and that's saying a lot, all things considered. Even though you do like you do like Batman Forever,
but not for him.
He's in it though. You got to enjoy it for that reason.
But I like his performance in Willow. Batman Forever. It's different situations.
I just wanted to get your dad in the comments roaring again. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. He's like, Batman Forever. What the hell are you talking? I do it.
I love that George. His default is everything in caps. Like
he knows how to use those caps. That caps lock.
Damn right.
All right. Well, it's time. Well, with that being said, we're on to the big old piece of news. The one that
boy.
Yeah, the one that will be getting a well, if Connor was here, there'd definitely be more debate. I know the three of us seem to be more so on the same page, and I wish Connor was here. So it was announced that Warner Brothers will release their entire 2021 slate on HBO Max day of its release in theaters. I have no issue saying that I think I know why they're doing it. I get it. But it could be the nail in the first of three nails in the coffin for movie theaters, or the second, depending on how you get it.
Before we really get into this, for those who don't know what we're talking about, what Matt means by that is that all those big movies that Warner Brothers releases in theaters every year, just a couple to name off the top of my head, Godzilla vs. Kong, Wonder Woman. That Wonder Woman will start the thing.
The Suicide Squad. We'll get to see that in February
now. The Matrix 4,
Dune,
Space Jam: The New Legacy, Dune, all those movies that come out next year for Warner Brothers, for 2021, will be released on HBO Max the same day as the theatrical release, regardless of whether we're COVIDing or not, and it'll be on there for 31 days. That's the news out of this,
and that could be the case. At the same time, though, if that's their reasoning, then that's very irresponsible.
Nick, I love to hear your 2 cents on this because, again, the infamous Who Are They group chat definitely went nuts a couple days ago. I chose not to participate too much so I can save my thoughts for this.
Well, and yeah, that was where I was. I'm not surprised that this is happening at all. I mean, and as a person, I'll continue to say it. I don't think that HBO Max was the first one to really have this feeling, though. It was definitely Disney was going to do this. HBO Max, in my opinion, just beat them to the punch. Because Disney, I think, is going to exclusively only be making content for that streaming service. That's just me. That's just my opinion on the matter. And, as a person who's hit or miss as to whether I would ever, I'm not going to leave the door open and be like, I'm never going to work for Disney. But I'm just making a point that, I think that Disney was going to do this. This was going to happen either way. It's just that HBO Max was the first one to jump on it. That's just my opinion. And to the point of the discussion, it's not great. I get that, we don't know. The thing about this disease is that we don't know when it's going to go away. We're all fingers crossed here, hoping that the vaccine helps with everything. And, I think that we're all proponents of thinking that it will. But, say something bad or say something as a pessimist. It's just me. Something goes wrong, then we could be staying home and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then this move makes sense. This is where people are going to feel comfortable watching their movies. That said, do I think that it's a good idea? No, hell no. I don't think it's a good idea because I am also of the proponent that if this works, it's never going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, they go, oh, it's going to happen for a year. And that's probably the big proponent of the group chat that I was getting from this whole thing was, oh, some people think that it's going to just actually go away. This is not going to go away. It's not. It's going to work. And then they're going to continue to put their movies out on their streaming service because they can. And that's the unfortunate part about it is that they can do that. And we're going to probably end up watching them. That's the unfortunate thing as well. I just don't think that it's going to go away.
Yeah, and I get the global box office was worth $42.5 billion. But here's the thing. And here's my big fear. And I was talking to Nick about this the other day. You're gonna get more piracy because of this. Look at look what happens with Game of Thrones. Look what happened with Mandalorian. Even stars show power. Piracy, especially in this new age that we've been in of digital content and things like that. Stranger Things is even one of the most pirated shows. To give people a pure copy of a film, to just be like, hey, let me just, okay, and we got it. And they'll never have to pay for it again. You can put it on a flash drive and plug it into your PlayStation or Xbox. Mm-hmm. You can just keep it on your computer if that's the place you choose to watch films. I just think it honestly does more harm than good in some respects. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that as well as, you know, I do agree that eventually, once things go back to normal, movies will get released in theaters. People will probably want to go to these movie theaters more than ever. Trust me, I know that we're all itching for it. So it's gonna. I just think that like the idea of this happening is going to hurt theaters in the long run. That's my big thing. And as a person who loves movies and loves making movies and loves seeing the stuff that, you know, we all do. I mean, you know, when Matt and I were able to screen Rise of Ren with our team, it was such an amazing feeling. And that's just one smaller screen inside of a school that we screened it on. You know what I mean? Imagine the feeling of being able to screen that on a ginormous screen, on a movie theater screen. It's just, I don't want that movie theater feeling to go away. That's just my big thing.
And I know we were talking in the group chat. I brought up the fact that Connor even said, he's like, well, theaters are doing fine. Yeah, but they've had to rely on gimmicks the past few years to start drawing people back. Mm-hmm. Seats that are more comfortable, seats that are recliners, adding bars, adding full-on menus, things like that. And then you have people who, and Lou brought up the point, some people prefer buying things instead of getting charged out the waz for a streaming service. Yeah, and I get that, but at the same time, for a family of 4, would you rather pay $15 a month for a streaming service or $40 to go to $40 plus to go to a movie once a month?
I mean, and there are for certain benefits of this for other people that aren't us. You know what I mean? Like, I completely understand. And I even gave Disney credit at the beginning of this when they released, or whoever made Trolls 2. Universal. I was like, you know, when Universal released Trolls 2 on streaming or on demand, which is what it was, I was kind of like, you know what? I condemn them for doing that, because that to me makes sense. You are giving families an opportunity to be able to see this film, not have to take their kids to the theaters, and give them something to do during this time. I mean, sure. I don't know. I just hope that the movie theater experience stays. That's all.
And yeah, you can say that's evolution. I totally get that. It's just, there used to be a time, there used to be a time where they didn't need that evolution, where people just liked going. And Lou, you're paying for a movie that you might not even watch. Yes, but at the same time, $15 for 200 something movies a month, or once again $40 for one. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there might be 2 movies that you watch on that. Okay, let's put this into perspective. That's $10 a ticket. That would be $80. You paid $15. That's what you got to look at. There is no guarantee Mulan or WB won't Mulan this thing. There is actually, because they have come out and said it will charge. So, and Mulan, unfortunately, is now on Disney Plus for free. You can go watch that trash heap now.
Trashy. Wow.
Okay. So, to start, Nick, I actually disagree with you. We rarely disagree on anything. This is a great idea.
Chris, your mic guy?
Did it?
You sound like you're in a tin can now.
Y'all, am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So, no, Nick, I disagree with you. This is actually a great move. This is a great idea. Genuinely. From Warner Brothers and HBO Max's perspective. This is a great idea. Like what George said in the chat. This will drive up subscriber numbers like crazy. Like it's I don't know what the first big movie is besides Wonder Woman. Actually, I'll use that as an example. Wonder Woman comes out on Christmas. Okay. I don't gotta pay jack for it. And odds are movie theaters will not be ready by Christmas. Okay. So I'm gonna go watch Wonder Woman on HBO Max. Does it hurt my face to do that? Yes. Because I want to go see this on the big screen. Am I going to try? As stubborn as it sounds, yes. Yes, I will try to go see this on the theater. But odds are, with the situation I'm going to be in, and to be safe, which is what we got to do nowadays, I should see this at my house, or in my house on my TV. And I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to address Lou in the chat saying, like, people aren't going to pay for this. They're already paying for it every month. HBO Max charged me yesterday. And I rarely use their service. But now I'm like, oh, I get to watch a Wonder Woman. That's cool.
And Titans is coming out soon, and you've been binge watching Titan. Like, think about that. You have been able to watch 2 shows now that you love: Doom Patrol, Titans, Young Justice season 4 when it comes out.
Young Justice is so good. But no, but that's what I'm saying, right? So, like, if I'm at home, which for the holidays I will be. So when Wonder Woman comes out, I'm going to be at my house. And at my house, there's 4 other people. And if I was at home, it's like, Chris, let's go see Wonder Woman in the theater. Yeah. How much is it going to cost me? $70 plus for all of us to go see it, plus popcorn, plus all that garbage, right? $70 plus. Instead, let me just cop the $15, which are already paid for, so we can all watch it at home. And that's the problem. That's where movie theaters will suffer going forward. They're not going to die next year. Movie theaters aren't going to disappear by the summer. That's not a thing. Will they slowly bite the bullet? Yes, 1,000%. Because this will work. This is foolproof. This is a foolproof idea. Even if movie theaters open back up again. So, for example, Dune in October. If October we're all vaccinated up and we all get to go out and do our thing, I'm going to go see Dune at the theater. But why? What if I already saw it in the theater one time and I got that theater experience? Just to play devil's advocate for a second, what's stopping me from watching it on HBO Max? Besides wanting that theater experience, I already got it when I went to go see Dune the first time. So why would I just pop it on my TV? Or if I want to go to the theater with my friends, it's already on my TV, guys. We'll bring the party to my apartment and we'll watch it here on my TV. What's stopping us? Because then we can talk about it. We don't got to worry about other people. The theater experience, as much as I love, as much as we all love it, it has to change. And Matt already addressed some of those changes. George has already mentioned it's evolving. And theaters are evolving. They will never be the same. COVID-19, for all of us movie fans, it ruined the theater experience because it will change. We will never have the movie theater experience we had in February when we all went to go see Sonic, right? We will never have that experience again, because things will change going forward. That process, buying your ticket, or you already had it on your A-list, if you're an AMC person like me, and you already did it, it's gone. Because things will change going forward. Who knows if AMC will survive the end of next year? And if anything, this HBO thing, the Universal deal with AMC, the Universal deal that they're going to have with all these theaters, it's gonna do, like what Matt said, more harm than good. But at the same time, these theater chains are what's not going to survive. Your Alamo Drafthouse theaters, your theaters where they do the full service, so they bring you food and shit at your seat, those won't go anywhere because you're paying for that experience, the bonus. Like, instead of just going to the movies, sitting down, having the Dolby speakers in your face, you're going with your food. You go for that. You're not going for just the movie, right? So those theaters will be fine. If anything, your local theaters will be fine because they're local and they've been obviously struggling for years, but they're still around for a reason. Mm-hmm. It's these chains that will see the slow downfall. The AMCs, the Regals, the Cinemarks, those are going to be the ones taking a brunt of this move, of this change.
And to your point, I agree. And I think that we inadvertently did actually agree with each other on this, because I'm not saying like that it's a bad move, because I get it. That's going to make them a crap ton of money. And for the people and for people right now, it's a great move. That said, I still feel overall, and it's probably just me not wanting to see. It's probably just me being a young person. When I was even younger, like as a filmmaker, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so cool to eventually see something that I made on the big screen. And I guess that I'm thinking about it from in a few years standpoint, just like you are. This is going to really freaking suck. Not right now. And I get it, right? Not right now. And a lot of those local chain theaters are going to end up surviving. And I think that that's a fantastic thing, because, that's what I live for, is seeing those chains do well and stuff like that. So I completely understand what you're saying. It's just like, I'm kind of in the place where I just don't want movie theaters overall to go away, and I'm a bit worried about it.
And neither do I. I think like before y'all, like there were a few people that I spoke to on a daily basis that shared the same experience that I do. I go out of my way to go see movies in the theater. Like I was one of the lucky people. That's a dumb word to use. But one of the few people to actually put on their hazmat suit and go see Tenet at the theater. And like it was so weird, because you knew something was wrong. I knew I was wrong for being there. I felt guilty the whole time. And AMC, they're scratching and clawing for all these tickets. They're playing Die Hard at the local theater in town. Die Hard, right? It's like, yo, in regular circumstances, that may be a thing, but that's not your marquee. No. Right now, it'd be Wonder Woman, Bond, Black Widow, whatever the hell, right? That'd be on your marquee. Now it's Die Hard and Elf. Like that's where movie theaters are going at the moment. And they're not going to die tomorrow. I think that's when people hear like, oh, this is going to kill theaters, they're expecting for them to die tomorrow. That's not going to be the thing. Of course, these movies are still going to be put out in theater. They're going to have a good run. And like what George said in the Facebook chat, their theatrical runs will be narrowed because whoever wants to see a movie is going to see it in the first 30 days. Mm-hmm. So
there's reports that Regal is about to reach an agreement with Universal, like Cinemark has, like AMC has.
Yeah, and that was the first nail in the coffin when we were talking about that early in the pandemic, right? But again, it's not going to kill theaters immediately. Theaters are going to be fine for now, but once this succeeds, because it will, and yes, as crazy as it sounds, when Disney does this, not with everything, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to watch Eternals on my TV the day it drops. But that's a different conversation for a different day. I agree. But for those who don't know, George Thomas put Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Yes. But when Disney does this on Disney Plus, it's gonna be another kick in the gut. Or like if Netflix had a parent company like AT&T, Warner, like Disney, like Universal, Netflix would have been doing the same thing. They would have been doing this by now. But they don't. They are their own parent company. So they're spending billions of dollars making movies in-house. And that's their only platform until they buy AMC or whoever the hell buys AMC. But for right now, it's going to work for HBO Max. You're going to bring in this revenue. You're going to see a spike in sub numbers every single month, whether it's Mortal Kombat, Space Jam, that's going to be a cultural phenomenon when Space Jam comes out. All of us, we're like, oh, look, Space Jam, I got it. And if the world ain't right by July, we're going to be watching that at home.
Yeah.
So the last thing I'll say about this, because I can talk about this for freaking ever. If you're at home and you are wanting to watch all these movies at the theater with everybody else, like that Endgame experience, everyone remembers that Endgame, that Rise of Skywalker experience that we all had in December, watching with everybody. That will never happen again if you don't wear your damn masks. If you don't be safe, if you're not safe in public, that will never happen again. Keep that in mind. As three people who did that, who love seeing these movies in the theaters, who love screening their movies in theaters, like I that's the only thing I can ask for. But until that happens, I can't wait to come on this channel and talk about Dune after we all watched it in our HBO Max watch party on our damn TVs. That's the sad reality. That's the sad truth. Are theaters going to be around, and are we going to see it in theaters? We're going to try. That's if the world's right by October. This is totally COVID. COVID killed the movie theater, and I mean, maybe we'll see it at the drive-in. Maybe. Well, that'll be cool, but that ain't it. For me, that ain't it. The drive-in ain't it.
I don't live in LA. I can't go to a drive-in year-round.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, but at the same time, we gotta get the world right. Once the world's right, once we're all comfortable with going out in public sans mask, then we can go back to the movie theaters in their glory. Then those revenue numbers that George pulled up, that we're gonna see some of that. But 2020, 2021, ooh boy. Those numbers are going to be rough to look at in 20 years. Like, what happened then? That was coronavirus. Oh, shit. Like,
well, and George also said this. He's like, no, it's not, because those blockbusters you like won't get $200 million budgets. Say about it, comic book movies. Here's the thing, though. There's been a solution to that that's been made. That's called the void, because the what's the similar movie? Shang-Chi. They filmed, from what I read, about 60% of Shang-Chi in the void.
Thor's doing it too. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Right. The whole soundstage that they use on Mandalorian, those aren't practical sets. Mandalorian's only a show that has like $100 million budget for the 8 episodes it does. So, if you're cutting large post-production cost and just cost of getting people in and out, flying to different places, because you can create everything you need in that space.
I wouldn't say goodbye to comic book movies. I would say goodbye to how comic book movies look.
Yes.
They will change. Movies, like, I cannot wait to see Red Notice, that Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot movie, because they shot a lot of that on a similar production set because they couldn't shoot it on location anymore. I want to see how that movie pans out, and if we can notice, if there's a distinct, like, if we can figure out like what was shot on set or on location and what wasn't. That's what I can't wait to see. Because Mandalorian is a great example of using the void, that style of TV movie making.
They use the void in parts of California. That's what they do.
So, Steel 2, Man of Steel 2. Can't wait to see it in the theater. But how movies are going to be made will change going forward. 1,000,000%. And that's that's just because of the pandemic. And if movie theaters do eventually die out, or theater chains die out, then okay. Because it's the worst kept secret that movie theaters have been struggling the last few years. Granted, box office numbers have been crazy, but that's the movies that are going to these theaters. If I can get freaking Space Jam on my damn TV, Dune, Suicide Squad, that's $1 billion movie right there. I could watch on my TV for $15 on HBO Max.
Yeah, there's no denying that.
And I 1,000% see George's point of view. Matt keeps mentioning Connor because Connor was the one in our group chat saying that movie theaters aren't going to die. They're not yet, but they're not at the moment. Like, they're going to be fine. I think that's been one of the more exaggerated things, that movie theaters are going to die. Yeah, that's another great point. Cast me in them then. But But what I'm saying is that it's almost inevitable with this new model, and if it's successful, movies are going to change, movie making is going to change, and we have to get accustomed to a new overlord that are streaming services.
No denying it.
I can't wait to see Bond on Peacock.
So actually, there's talks about they're going to push that again because the Broccoli family wants the theater experience. Read a story about that just a little bit before showtime.
Remember how we were talking about like a couple months ago, like, dang, this is Daniel Craig's last Bond movie, and then a year later, we're like, dang, this is Daniel Craig's last Bond movie, and then we're gonna be at the end of 2021, dang, this is Daniel Craig's last Bond movie, because that movie's never gonna come out.
Daniel Craig's last Bond movie already has a Grammy nomination, and the film ain't even out.
And yeah, great point, George. There's not enough Chris Anthony Lopez's in the world to be casted for all these big blockbuster movies. But I guess I just had to do them all then. Damn. Chris for Plastic Woman.
I agree. Chris for Plastic Woman.
I'll do Plastic Woman. I'll do Willow. Add me in that too. That's fine. I'll do that Aunt May movie that we're supposed to get like a decade ago. I'll do that. I'll do Black
Make Adam, Chris Anthony Lopez the next Bond.
Yeah. Make me the next Bond.
If you're Bond before Idris Elba, I'll kill you.
Why would you kill me? Why would
That's not nice.
Idris
I'd be happy for you, buddy.
Bond.
No,
Idris
I totally agree. I totally agree with you. But if MGM was like, hey, if the Broccoli family was like, hey, Chris, hello, Mr. Lopez, I would say, hello, Broccoli family. I would address it just like that. And I would say, what are you asking of me? And they said, we want you to be James Bond, 007. And I would say, Matt is going to legitimately murder me for this. Yes, I'll do it.
Absolutely.
Shout out to El Spooky Ghost. It's only shocking theater chains are gonna die if you've been buying into the record-breaking box office illusion. They never adjust for inflation, living a lie.
And see, I'm not shocked by that. That's why I'm like, this is bad news, because I know that it's inflation. I know that's my big worry, is the fact that this isn't gonna like we want it to.
I will be Steel.
I can live with that.
Yeah, I'll do Steel.
John, he needs to grow like 2 or 3 inches, and then buff up. But
look, what I'll say right now is that the Broccoli family said, Chris, we want you to be the next James Bond 007. And then Warner Brothers knocked on my door and said, wait, Chris, do Steel. I had to give the Broccoli family the finger. Like, I'm doing Steel too.
No, it needs to be a Steel.
Can you be Shaquille O'Neal's son?
Yes.
You walk around like this.
I do the voice too.
Oh yeah.
Hey Chris, you better.
I want to be Virgil Hawkins.
Chris and Lou, who knows? There may be a Steel question or 2 on your match that we're gonna film hopefully next week.
Yeah,
You might want to
bring it, Lou.
You might want to watch it on HBO Max.
What a great plug! It's almost as if we're getting paid by HBO Max, but no,
we are.
Which we are not. If we, God, only if we were. It sounds like it sometimes, but no. HBO Max. This is a great move. I'm like, yay! I get to see all these movies at my house, and then I said, wait a second. Like the long term ramifications are what I'm talking about. And oh God.
I agree with that statement 110%.
Yeah.
It should be about bodies and repeat bodies.
Because how many people rewatch movies at the theater? That's my question. That's my concern. Like we go watch like
Steel, Lou, Steel.
Like I was telling somebody a couple days ago, like, yo, yeah, I saw Into the Spider-Verse 5 times at the theater. I saw him Far From Home 3 times in a week. Like
you saw what 3 times?
Spider-Man Far From Home 3 times in a week. Like okay. That's how much I love that movie. But how many people are like me going to the theater multiple times to go see movies? Not too many. We're in the vast minority.
Well, Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but
It depends on who we're talking about here, Chris. Somebody goes to see a lot of movies.
It's just me and you, Chris. We're alone in this.
And
Nick is like,
that's my point.
Hey,
Nick
no.
Once is enough for me, unless I really like the movie.
And I have seen many movies multiple times in theaters.
What's the last one you saw multiple times in theaters? I'm curious.
It wasn't Joker, shockingly.
No. And I didn't see Uncut Gems in theaters. Oh, Rocket Man.
No, it wasn't. Star Wars.
Well, Rise of Skywalker?
Yes, it was.
You just screamed that so hard that your internet went out for a second. Yes, it was Star Wars, but before that, I'd like to forget that. And before that, it was Rocket Man.
Rocket Man, it's a good one. That's a good one. I've seen it more times at home than in the theater, and that's my point. Like it's just God. The long-term ramifications are gonna suck for theater fans. They will suck. But right now, and Ali Swift on the YouTube chat, she said, please don't let movie theaters die. Think about young filmmakers like our boy Nick, people that want to work in the industry, that work their asses off to see their project on the big screen, 1,000%. And just so I can preface this, my point of view is different from Nick's because I don't do what Nick does. Nick is actually out here making movies. I don't. I just watch them. So that's where my POV comes from.
And I completely understand and completely respect that. I'm not even going out here attacking anybody for it. Like, it's just like, I get it. It's just like, it sucks, you know? It just sucks.
And there's no need to attack anybody for it. Like, we'll see who's correct when this is done. But if you're like in a year, and if this HBO Max thing just shits the bed, I don't want to be like, oh, Chris, you're wrong. Because who cares?
No, it's not worth that.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong actively.
Yeah.
Like, please. I want to be wrong. I want this to fail so movie theaters can survive and they can live, so I can go see freaking Dune in the theater 50 times like how I want to. But at the moment, it's not looking great. It's not looking good.
Not looking great at all.
But good on you, HBO Max, for pulling the trigger. The first big streaming service to pull that trigger. Good on y'all. Disney's next. Peacock and Hulu. Or not Hulu. Universal. It's a matter of
Peacock.
time.
We love Peacock here.
Service. But Disney's next, 1,000%. Not with everything, but with some. Well, with some stuff. Not Marvel, though. Marvel's the last one to do that. I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. So, what can you do? What can you do?
Just wait it out. We gotta see what happens.
All right, well, it's that point in the show where we're actually going to say goodbye to our audio listeners because we're going to move on to game night. So, for our audio listeners, thank you for tuning in. Remember, tune in for any one of our shows. As Nick drops stuff in the background. Remember to tune in for any of our shows, whether it's Spin from the Reel, Really Scared, Wrestle Reel, Real Talk.
Damn right.
Saber Reels is going to come back. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it's technically been doing its Mandalore interviews, but another two-parter this week because schedule is all over the place. Final buzzer we haven't done in a little bit. Connor wants to bring that back. We're still talking about figuring out ways to make that work.
2021 is going to be a great soft reboot for a lot of things.
Yes.
We're staying busy over here. Who are they? And just when we thought we were busy, we just get busier. But we like it. We like doing this stuff, or we wouldn't do it. So
yeah, and it's looking like early to mid-January we might finally have that Batman read through done for you.
Oh my God, please! I want to read Batman so bad. I look at it every day.
Same. It's sitting right over there. All right, but
we stay busy.
For our non-audio listeners, we're gonna change this up. Oops, I hit the wrong thing on Twitch.
We're leaving the theater.
We're leaving the theater. Actually, we're taking over the theater, just like you can do nowadays. And we're going to play some Jackbox games. So,
I was going to say, sure that there is a ton of people who have been long anticipating playing some games.
Not my phone, I guess. Nick, while we wait for this, say WatCon, right? The second annual WatCon. When that happens, say we rent out a movie theater so we can all watch a movie together, and you get to pick the movie, Nick. You get to pick the one movie that all of us watch for WatCon. What movie you pick?
It's gonna be Rocket Man or a Shattered Diamond. I know him too well.
I was gonna say I got maybe some secrets going on here.
I know, that's one of my best friends. I know the two movies that are his answers. It's Rocket Man or a Shattered Diamond.
I would love to rent out a theater. Oh, did Matt? Nope. Oh, I'm just the one talking here. I thought Matt left us for a second. Yeah.
Is it a Shattered Diamond? Is that what we're watching?
We could maybe. You just gotta. That's gonna take some time to make sure that everything is all ready to go for that. But I'm sure that I can't be the only one making that decision here. Unfortunately.
I mean, Allie
up to me.
I would be in town too, so it just works out better that way.
It does.
If it was up to me, we'd totally be watching Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Oh, well, you know me, man.
Trillion%.
I'm totally down for that as well.
Or the Flintstones live action movie.
If it were me, it would be the despecialized edition of Return of the Jedi.
The despecialized edition of
It's the closest.
Wait, you said Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. It's the closest you can get to a theatrical cut, so.
Metrosexual's back. Yeah.
I was gonna be Nick Anthony Lopez, but unfortunately I can't. It wasn't letting me be Nick Anthony Lopez. I'm very sorry, Chris.
No, you're fine. It's okay.
So just understand that wasn't
back. Gabagool is back, which is Allie, if I remember correctly.
It definitely is. Who's C. Mulbach?
Chris Mulbach.
Okay, good job.
Gonna give this another minute before I will start the game up.
Trivia Murder Party is by far my favorite of the Jackbox games.
It's mine too, honestly.
Really?
It's so much
I like this one in the robots rapping.
Oh, what was it? What's that one called? It's
I forget. I've played it with Winston on Swag Day Fun Day before.
I was gonna say New Jack City, but that's a movie.
it's something that rhymes with New Jack City, though. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
it's around it. It's something involving New Jack City.
I'm taking off my clothes.
As in, I'm taking off. Down on Real Talk. I feel bad for the audio listeners. They don't get to see this.
Ah, Nis. Yes, Lou ships us.
I love Lou. I love you, Dookie. Yeah, Mac gets to play with it. Do I have anything to show this week? I don't have anything to flex. No. I got a lot of stuff coming in the mail. Like, is that rush that you get when you get something in the mail? Isn't it like the best thing ever? Like you get a package, whatever the hell you ordered. Like it's so dope. I will never not love it. Getting something in the mail.
All right, this is how we're doing it for now.
Let's do it.
Remember, you always can join in the background.
The audience can join in on this too. So if you're late to join in, just.
Starring the Matt DeLorean. Threading. Oh, the boys. The boys. Oh, all right. We got the Allie Swift seal of approval for Nis.
Wake up.
Time for me to suck at some trivia.
Society's refuge to make sure only the worthy survive. But it's got trivia and stuff, and it's fun.
Yay.
I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini games. If you do badly in the mini game, I'm
surprised Jen hasn't joined in yet.
Can still win the game when one player is left alive.
Come on, Jen, we gotta get you in here.
Living and dead compete to see who can escape first.
What, you don't want to play Murder Trivia Party?
Kidnapping yet can volunteer as an audience member and play along.
You don't want to be murdered by Trivia Party?
We blabber on. Just get into the game.
Party with murder trivia?
God, this is never gonna end, Chris.
My headphones on my laptop.
Which Eddie Murphy movie has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, I know this answer.
Use your device to answer the question.
I saw this movie in theaters and actually quite enjoyed it.
Actually, okay. I had a feeling, but that I hope that solidified it. Actually,
We've gotten this one.
Come on, pretty now.
Have we?
Yeah, we have.
And the correct answer is Who Got It?
1,000 Words. Love that movie. What a film.
Let's play a game.
I remember the rollout for that movie.
Wait, who's Steele?
Welcome to the killing.
Lou is my guess.
No, Lou is metrosexual.
It's time to express yourself. And yes,
And he is
Maybe
metrosexual.
Taylor is?
pressure right now.
That would make sense. Maybe it's your dad.
It's Taylor.
That's George.
Draw this thing as best as you can and press send when you're finished.
Gosh, the suspense is killing me as always. We just have to hope that our friends here at Who Are They Real Entertainment have some drawing skills in them. Oh, Chris.
Come on, Chris. You're almost out of time.
I want you to pick the
I'm not
worst
confident in
drawing.
that.
Pick the worst one.
You can do it. One of these was drawn by someone who deserves punishment.
Oh, somebody drew Pikachu. I respect that.
Two people drew Pikachu.
I don't know what that thing at the front is, my friend.
Macho
That ain't
Pikachu.
Pikachu. Oh, Macho Pikachu.
Oh, Macho Pikachu. Oh my God, so good.
I permanently apologize to who drew Macho Pikachu because I respect that.
Personally,
Oh, Lou.
That was
people have
smart as hell.
spoken.
That was smart as hell. Macho.
There's no hard way
Hey,
to say it.
Lou
I
got
killed you and now you're
nailed.
a ghost. But don't go into the light just yet. Ghosts can still win.
Oh,
I kind of
man.
wish I were a ghost. Someday.
One day.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we? Do you like it?
I
It's an online
I
sheet
said
plus
I
board.
picked Norbit for the question, and then I saw 1,000 words. I'm like, I remember that. That's
All right.
probably.
Next
And
question.
again, I didn't hate that movie. It's just not a movie that Eddie Murphy should have been in because he was quiet the whole time.
H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator.
Oh, are you kidding me? Reanimator? Oh my God.
I'm gonna take a nice gander right there instead of anything else.
Oh, I got this wrong. I know I do. Wake up, Dr. Wes. Dr. Wes.
Is that what you chose to?
Let's go! Let's go!
Try another one.
Easy never fails me. Actually, I think
How many
I'm back.
total pieces are there in a Connect 4 game? Time's running out. Who picked this one?
Let's go! Let's go!
Only you. You're in for a treat.
Yay!
Hey, girl. Welcome back to the killing.
I hope it's not Chalice because then you're screwed. Because it's
Oh, heck yes. It's
Math.
time for math. Answer as many math questions as you can before time runs out. All the safe players will be playing too. And if any of them do better than you, there will be a punishment. Time to get your math on. You're mathing so hard right now. You know how numbers work, right? Well, time's running out. You were the victim of a good old-fashioned math beatdown.
Aw, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Don't get
I was
mad
in the
They
zone,
ganged
dude.
up on you for kind of no reason. They didn't
I'm
even
like
do.
really good at mental math, which is why I was like, oh, okay, maybe I have a chance here.
I thought I was going slow.
And here's your scores, my little dumplings.
I'm usually the one that kicks the crap out of whoever has that answer, actually, is what it is.
What kind of adorable animal is an ocelot?
Oh, my favorite?
I know this from
Have y'all seen an ocelot?
It's because of GTA.
Ocelots are adorable.
Okay.
Oh, then I got it right.
Yes.
Never mind.
Very good.
I'm
Adorable.
stupid.
Try this again.
Because
Oh,
the Jaguars in
How mule
GTA.
traditionally served in.
Shout out to my peeps back in Northwest Indiana. Square roots. Gotta love it.
But yeah, in GTA, the Jaguars are ocelots instead of Jaguars.
And the
Oh,
correct
yeah.
this.
Oh, hell.
Matt should have gotten that one right.
You are still alive. Let's play a game.
It's like, I hope that Matt got that.
I want to play a
Why?
dice
I don't
game.
drink Moscow
I'll go
mules.
first.
Or no,
Come on.
it's White Russian is
Need a
what I
little
was
help from a
Okay,
safe
never mind.
player. How about you? To live, should they roll higher or lower? The choice is yours.
Wait, what?
They need to roll lower than a 5. Lower than a 5.
No, see, you made it too easy. You should take a game theory class. There's
Right.
a great one at the Learning Annex, but you won't live long enough to check it out. Roll higher than me or
Let's
you
do
die.
it! Whoever steal. Oh, Twelski.
Oh, Lou! Oh my god! Lou!
Atrocious! Atrocious!
I
Steve
love
screwed
it.
me. It's because Taylor went first. That's why. He rolled first, got the 12er. That's dumb. Dumb. Stupid. I hate it.
This question was inspired by some wonderful bed and breakfast spots. What is the nickname for residents of northern Michigan?
I wanted to choose the one that sounded funniest to me.
It was a team two.
Time's running out.
I got it wrong. I
said
didn't get it in on time.
This one.
Wow, good job, Chris.
Let's go, Youpers! That's all my Youpers.
Oh, look. There's a pile of money on the floor. That's weird. And no, you can't. Take as much money as you want, but take the most money or the least money, and you'll be sorry.
Uh-oh. Tell me
Enjoy
why I
getting
wouldn't
into each other's minds.
I thought of Taylor saying that. Like, you'll be sorry.
Uh-oh.
Like Taylor Cleveland.
Who might be playing right now?
What a lucrative opportunity for you all. Hurry up.
Taylor, if you're stealing
How
like
much
twice,
did everybody take?
Fuck!
Oh, the most greedy and least greedy must
dang,
be
man.
punished. Dash really shows our true
Greedy's
colors, doesn't
so
See,
it?
good.
Ellie was like a dark horse for this, though.
It said up to $1,000, so I'm like, all right, let me get somewhere in the middle where no one's thinking.
And then somebody thought in the middle more than you, apparently.
No, just one
Allie's
player and
only
finally come to fruition. Let's do this. Glad to see you've made it here alive. But can you escape with your body? I'm going to give you a category. Drummers. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question.
Let's go!
You both get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
Let's go. Classic.
It's gonna
baby,
take
classics.
give Chris and I an answer that we both.
That's just so easy.
Classics, baby. Man, what the hell?
Dude, Bullwinkle ain't a freaking character.
That's not Hanna-Barbera, brother.
This is one where Nick chooses all the answers and hopes one of them is right to move forward.
Right.
Decisions.
Quadruple.
Let's go.
I should have took the Nick approach.
Can you stay out of the shadows? Red wine.
That was intense. He was like, red wine. Uh-oh. I'd be dead.
Here's another one. Democrats.
Oh,
It's kind of hard, man.
ah, shit! Ah, shit! I'm not gonna catch up.
Novels written by women.
I need Allie to start dropping some questions.
Anytime today,
Gotta
kiddo.
blow that lead. They're taking their time.
Just a few more steps.
I'm dead.
And
No!
Goodbye, cruel world.
to the moon.
Oh, this is
Oh,
getting
I fucked
intense.
up.
Character classes in Dungeons and Dragons.
Just choose all the answers
The
if you
reason
don't
I
know.
know this is because of my brothers. Or because of my brother and Nick's brother.
Decisions.
I don't talk about Dungeons and Dragons. I opened up 100 Pokemon card packs online with Thomas today, if that means anything.
Oh my god.
This is so exciting.
I might be. Hey, everybody! I guess this is news. I might be streaming Pokemon trading card game online
Hell yeah.
on the channel, on the Twitch, because I love Pokemon cards, and I really wanted to get back into playing the physical game, and the online game has turned me back onto it.
Hell yeah, brother. I like Pokemon.
I've done that in the
I
past
put a
with
little bit of
Yu-Gi-Oh! I get it.
And I found a
I
deal
tied her.
online where
Fuck.
it was 100 codes for like less than $10. So I was just like, I'm not gonna pass up on this. I could build a deck out of this, and I did.
That's hard.
So.
I'm about to see that deck. I need to see that deck, Nick.
It's got lots of fun Pokemon in there.
Damn.
Good job, Allie.
Yeah, good job. Matt and I were on your ass. We were so, oh god. The Hanna-Barbera question. What a way to start.
We're
Shout out
playing
to
it
Johnny
again.
Quest. That is run it back.
Literally, I should have tied with her. It's just one of those things, man.
What did you miss in the beginning for Hanna-Barbera? Was it Johnny Quest?
It was Bullwinkle. He thought Bullwinkle was one.
I thought Bullwinkle instead of Tom and Jerry. I was like, it's not all three of these. I know Johnny Quest is one. I was like,
Classic.
fuck.
Yeah, Tom
Yeah,
and Jerry.
you can't give the kids at heart a question like
Hanna-Barbera
that.
question.
If I
Right. Or you can't give Nick a bad Eddie Murphy question. That's
Steel 2.
that's where I
The Duke.
Dookie. Shout out to Dookie.
Is it going to say like Steel 2 Junior? Oh no, you didn't run it back.
No, that's it. Like if we were like running back to stage. Come on, nah. Ooh, wee.
Gabagool came back. She's got to keep her crown.
You gotta win gang, Gabagool. No
We
pressure.
got 6 people watching. Come on, guys. Hit the code and play.
Got
Jackbox.tv. Code is VHXD.
Laptops are cool. Phones are preferred. Great party game, this Jackbox.
It is. Yeah, definitely.
Great party game.
And great for stuff like podcasts.
Yeah, right. I do miss the audio listeners, though. I'm lying. I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I was gonna say those audio listeners would really be dealing with some dead air right now if that was the case.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Those poor audio listeners.
And just like a reminder, peeps, if you aren't following our Twitch, please do.
You gotta go for the Twitch, people. Got to go for the freaking Twitch.
At the bottom of the screen, _real podcast. Follow us on the Twitch.
We will be doing a game of Quiplash after this game.
Please give me a Twitch.
Nope.
What is that?
That was Matt's background.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't on the right side. It wasn't on the left side of the screen.
Your background appeared on the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's because I'm messing around with it. I'm gonna play something that I played for Nick the other day while we wait.
Shout out to the Rankin and Bass. It's not motion special.
If my dad's watching, this is just gonna piss him off.
Hey, Matt.
What?
Nobody can join in if they don't know what we're playing.
Good point.
That's a great
I'm not trying to be that guy or anything. I love this, but like. Lou and I would be killing it right now, walking out. We always.
Whoa! Such harsh words.
So.
You're not a fan of Rankin and Bass?
No. So this song was discovered on accident, like completely on putting up the Christmas tree the other day. When we were putting up the Christmas tree the other day, and my dad's like, "Okay, Google, play the," and he said, "Play this song's title." And I said, "Okay, playing Heat Snow Miser Trap Remix." And we all looked at it like, "What?"
That's awesome. It's hard. I love this special.
Trap Miser.
That's my new nickname in trivia. The Trap Miser, Chris Anthony Lopez.
Oh, I thought you said Trash Miser. I'm like, that's me.
All right. Now
I will take over as Trash Miser I will be Who Are They Real Entertainment's Trash Miser.
All right, everyone's in. We're just gonna play it.
Let's do it.
That song was 2 minutes exactly. I gave everyone 2 minutes.
I wish the lyrics were in there. That'd be.
That was scary.
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up!
Welcome to Trivia Night, a slow descent into permanent madness, but in a down-to-earth, just us girls kind of way, you know? I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, in one of my
we all know
mini games. And well, I guess I'll just shut up then.
Are you more Snow Miser or Heat Miser?
Oh, I'm very Snow Miser. Actually, I don't know if you could see it, but in the thing on the top on the left, there is a really, really cool like drawing of Snow Miser. And what's funny about that is Lou got the Heat Miser one. So like, it was like a.
Dude, I love this fucking thing.
Where did you get that at?
There's an artist. I'll grab it right now. Actually, there's an artist that does it. I don't know.
Let's go someplace fun.
There's an artist that does really cool, like obscure kind of drawings, and I had bought a bunch of his stuff before. Like my Family Guy artwork right here is done by him.
Is it one of the guys from Wizard World?
He's been there before.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought you were talking about. Okay, yeah.
But hold on.
Cut off a fingy.
Cut off a finger.
Hope you weren't a pianist. Pianist.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's awesome.
I guess I definitely should be more festive this time of year, so I'm going to put this on my desk.
Do your best and know that you are special, but also...
And Lou has the Snow Miser. So the funny idea was going to be that we were going to come out to the Shattered Diamond premiere dancing to that song for like 2.5 hours.
Please don't rave too hard. What music act is fronted by Diplo?
Fronted by Diplo.
I don't know. I was just thinking yes.
Time's running out. And the correct answer is this.
It was Major Lazer. I chose Frost Adonis.
I'm like Major Lazer or LCD.
Welcome back to the
floor.
Not chalices.
We're going to play chalices.
Chalices.
Players have been provided with a poison pellet. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in.
Alright, guys, don't pick the same one as I. I shall pick the Death Chalice. This one.
Now it's your turn to play. Pick a chalice to drink from. It goes without saying if you drink from a poisoned chalice. Yummy, yummy. Now let's see what everyone drank.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'm like the only one who would know which one I'd pick. Who's not picking
poison,
right now?
Just like that Shakespeare
Chris.
play. Romeo and
I was gonna say you always choose the same one.
Yeah, I know, but nobody knows.
People are gonna catch up on that eventually.
Yeah, switch it up, brother. Go.
Next question.
I've gotten you on that before, I'm pretty sure.
Made me wonder.
No,
What is
you nearly got me, but I knew you were playing.
This question is not age wrong. On mine.
Rusty Kelly.
I love Rusty Kelly.
Who said this one?
Come on, y'all.
Forget Bob Kelly.
On mine.
All right.
Let me know for my body.
Which of the following is not one of the new murder weapons Hasbro added to the board game Clue in 2008?
That's like the easiest question.
I was gonna say, I feel like one of these answers is fucking obvious. Right?
Time's running out.
I didn't go with the obvious pick though.
No, I went with the obvious answer because the Clue movie.
This.
What?
A flashlight.
The rest of you who are still alive.
Sorry.
I thought that was the obvious answer. I didn't go with that.
I went with poison. I'm like, that's pretty straight up.
You have the longest word you can before time runs out. Just ignore any blood on the letters. I'm going to hurt the person with the shortest word.
Oh, hell.
Do it now. The letters don't have to touch each other. And remember to press submit when you're done.
Oh, God. I just went with my gut.
I don't know.
You're almost out of time.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's see what you could come up with.
Anus. Wait, Allie.
Would be the one to write anus.
That's not a word. Sorry, I agree.
Quick shout out to all my dead people. Looking good.
Shut up. Shut up.
Let's try
Shout out to all the dead people.
Who's the youngest sister in Little Women?
I know this one.
Sherry's running.
Wait, no, I just chose the wrong one.
Shut up, Meg.
And the correct answer is this one.
No! Gosh darn
Wow,
it!
I really guessed on that one.
I forgot me at the last moment. I'm like, wait, no, it's Amy.
Something says, "Yep, you're probably gonna die." Then taking a spin at the loser wheel.
Spin from the wheel,
Nobody
Chris.
keeps
Spin from the wheel.
Spin from the peg here. You might have a better chance.
Spin, my
Here he
love.
goes.
Spin. Hard to beat those.
Oh my gosh. Oh, poor guy.
So dumb. Stupid game. Hate the game.
All right, next question.
Freaking fudge ripper.
Which of the following TV shows did not have a theme song sung by one of its stars?
I'm just taking a guess here.
This is one hell of a question. With the options given to us.
Yes.
Let's go!
Wow.
I love the
Let's
name.
test your memory.
Love the name.
Memorize the pattern.
Oh man, I get this. How to get this?
All right, let's put these away. From left to right, what was the order of the weapons? And for last,
Oh, God.
I've got something you won't forget. Death, which I guess you would forget because you're dead.
I took a wild freaking guess here.
Come on, Duke. Uh-oh. Did we lose Duke? Oh.
If you can't remember, this was the pattern. How did you do?
Very
It
Oh,
was
Nick!
a
Oh, damn! The last one.
And that was literally bye Matt. That was literally from me like not even paying attention to it at all. Somehow I was able to pull that out of my ass.
Damn, 5 out of 6 for not like even knowing.
Sorry,
You
I
said
don't know
you
why that
did it.
popped into my head.
I wasn't paying attention to
Probably
be
find
honest.
out after I'm done with you.
Here's another question you have to do.
Here's another one.
Hit me with it.
When do you sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
Hell yeah! The wording of these.
Yeah.
Who picked this? Only a
Okay.
Bruce got it wrong.
Chris out to the
Too easy.
ball game.
Take me out to the cow.
What country does the Tropic of Cancer cut through?
Oh, shucks. Shout out to Steel 2 and the Dude for sticking it up. That dumbass wheel. Stupid wheel.
Time's ready now. Who said this one?
Damn, Duke!
Prepare for your punishment.
Steel 2, who we have to assume is
What a mess.
Taylor.
I'm going to need everyone's help.
Yeah, that's what the guess.
This piece of art has blood all over it. Memorize the pattern of blood.
Oh, I hate this one.
Oh, blood.
They are really making this one challenging for our boy Steel 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you've had long enough. Reproduce the pattern on your device by tapping on all the spaces that were
Am I
red.
supposed to look at
And
it too?
press submit when you're done. If anyone does better than you, I will be
Oh.
testy.
I didn't know I was supposed to pay attention too. I'm guessing. Shout out to the really scared boy for doing watch along.
Stop second guessing your pattern and set it
going
in.
crazy with going crazy with the theme. Oh, I think can we can do this, right? On the
Use that art again, and here's what you did. All right, how did the other folks
oh
do?
shit.
I knew someone
Damn,
would like this out.
Duke!
Damn, Lou.
Is that Lou?
Yeah,
I know
Duke
you
is
guys have been
Lou.
pitting you against each other, but wow, your friends are ruthless.
My Wrestle Reel, December 18th.
Oh look!
Wrestle Really Scared's going down on the channel.
Congrats on making it here alive.
And confidence.
Now let's see if you. I'm going to give you a category.
We love Wrestle Really Scared.
12 Apostles of Jesus.
Frank, come on now.
Yes, then press submit.
What kind of
Let's see
question?
the right answers. You move
He knows that one.
for every correct answer.
You're
You're getting more close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches
Coming
up
for
to
you,
you,
Duke.
they steal your body. Then they can escape and win the
Coming for
game.
you, Duke.
Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
I'll help you catch up to you.
Really? I didn't know.
Trying the Nick Molbach strategy of things here.
Girl Scout cookies.
Lou, if you miss this one, we have issues.
That just wasn't challenging enough.
Where's the freaking
You will the darkness. The price is right, games. Anytime.
Coming for you, Duke.
Here's another one. Left-handed NBA players.
Really?
Okay, an easy one. Triple Crown winners.
You got this. Got this.
Just a few more steps. Ben and Jerry's flavors.
Fuck.
Here's another one.
Chunky Monkey.
Justin Bieber.
Lou just wanted me to say that, I'm sure.
This is one hell of a prompt. Damn, Dookie. Good.
Mr. DiNardo.
The Duke. Dude, stop it.
That took longer than expected, guys. Sorry, we will do Quiplash next week. The three of us got to go. We got some other business to attend to. But for those who watched and played along, thank you. We appreciate it. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all that fun stuff. But yeah, we'll be back for Real Talk next week. And be sure to check out all of our other shows this week. Spin from the Real, Really Scared, Wrestle Real, you name it. So signing off, I'm Matt.
I'm Nick.
And I'm HBO Max City, Chris Lopez.
And this was another Who Are They Real Talk. Have a good night.